Hello everyone! So I just got my hands on the GameCube version of Sonic Gems Collection, and I got to play Sonic R for the first time in years. And honestly, the game could have been so much better. I mean, so much better. So after beating the game in under an hour, I decided to do a top 5 on the tracks in this game. So with that said, let's get to the countdown. Regal Ruin is set in an ancient ruin, as the name applies. So, to be honest, this track was just really confusing, because there were a million ways to go in this track, so it's really easy to get lost, and when you do find the right track, the turns are extremely narrow and sharp, and are hard to get past because of the physics of this game. Now, I found the coins and the Chaos Emeralds not that hard to find, because you're always getting lost in this track, and eventually you do find them. This track, it could have been majorly better, but at least the music's good. Resort Island is set on an island, as once again the name implies, and I do like how this track is sort of open world, where it has multiple paths for you to take, but unlike Regal Ruin, this track is not that confusing and is sort of on the easy side. The coins in this track are not that hard to find either, because yet again, it's the first level, so it's expected it would be a bit easy. Now, this track is mediocre to say the least, but the music's good. I like it. Reactive Factory is a track that is set in a factory, and honestly, it's an alright track. The music is good, there are many areas to explore, most of the coins in this level are not that hard to find, and overall, there is not too much to say about this track, other than that it's a decent track, and unlike a few tracks in this game, you do have an idea of where you're going. Radical City is again, as the name implies, is set in a city. Now the reason it stands out more than the other tracks is because it's a lot more linear than the other tracks. Now a problem with all the other tracks in this game is that they're not linear, they are sort of open world, so it's easy to get lost in these levels. This one is a lot more linear than the others, so that's why it stands out more and is more fun to play on. Now granted, there are multiple paths in this track, but most of them lead you back to the main path pretty easily, and you don't usually get dead ends in this track. Now overall, this track can be fun to play on, and has good music. Now I think it's pretty obvious what's number 1. Oh yeah, Radiant Emerald is my number 1 on my list. This track is set in, well, I think space, because Saturn can be found, so yeah. This track is pretty much the Sonic R version of Mario Kart's Rainbow Road, and it really shows. You're running on a glowing neon road in space. And may I say, this track is awesome. The entire track is linear, not open world. Now there are 2 alternate routes to take in this track, but granted, it makes the track still linear, and a lot of fun. This track also has 2 songs. When you play as normal Sonic, for example, you get the song Diamonds in the Sky. And when you play as Super Sonic, for example, you get the main theme Supersonic Racing, in which both of these songs are amazing. Overall, this track is a lot of fun to play on, and is my favourite track in this game.